Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stephen Preach coming to you here today. It seems as if the Batista return to WWE is not getting off the ground at all. Batista came back to WWE back at WrestleMania 30. Before, he came a real big name in acting with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that just sort of blowing up and becoming one of the biggest movies of all time. The last parting way that we saw from Batista was Triple H taking a shot at him for basically, going off to chase his dreams of being an actor and basically not believing that he was going to do it, setting the table for Batista to return, gloating about how big he had made it to sort of shove it in the face of Triple H. Triple H basically said to Batista back at WrestleMania 21 that Batista was not, big enough to leave Evolution and go off on his own. And what do you know? Batista beat Triple H in 3 pay-per-views in a row, capitalized, of course, by the big WrestleMania main event, and then at Vengeance, the Hell in a Cell, possibly one of the best Hell in a Cells that we've ever seen, in my opinion. But real fun stuff that's been put on the table. WrestleMania 32 was billed as one of the largest WrestleManias of all time. In my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, it fell flat. One of the things that they tried to do at the last minute was try to bring in Batista to be some sort of like a special guest referee. Some people thought that it was going to be in the Triple H versus Roman Reigns match, which would then set up his return to come back the next year and have the match against Triple H. In my opinion, I don't know what they're really setting the table for Triple H this upcoming season. To me, Batista's come out on the scene and basically publicly said that he wants to wrestle in WWE. He doesn't mind coming back basically full time for a time being. He doesn't mind working house shows. How do you not make money with a Batista return? Batista's definitely going to sell merchandise. He's going to sell tons of t-shirts. He's a mainstream star that's going to bring in people from the Marvel Universe to see what he's doing in WWE. No doubt there's probably people that are fans of Batista because they're fans of his movies that have never watched wrestling or maybe not watched wrestling in a long time. That would definitely go out of their way to see what Batista was going to do there. Batista versus Triple H is a retirement angle for Batista. Helps everybody. Helps Batista, helps WWE. Triple H is the guy that basically wrestles it every year at WrestleMania, one way or another. They find a match for him to have on the card. The match against Roman Reigns was the main event of 32. The match against Sting was one of the most well talked about matches at WrestleMania 31. Roman Reigns was the main event of WrestleMania 32. The match against Rollins was definitely up there at 33, and then possibly the biggest match from last year's WrestleMania was the Triple H, Rousey, Stephanie, and Angle ordeal. Definitely one of the most talked about matches there is out there. So Triple H, if he doesn't do this Batista deal, who's he gonna wrestle? It seems like Batista's giving them a huge gift on a huge platter. Every year they try to go out and find some sort of celebrity to bring into the show to definitely spice up WrestleMania and get people talking about it. Batista is a homegrown talent that wants to give back to wrestling. Definitely he's going to make some bucks off of this, but I can see WWE making huger bucks off of this, and they bring him back. Batista beats Triple H at WrestleMania. You bring him back the next year. You put him into the Hall of Fame. It's like, double dipping pretty much. He's your main eventer, and you're good to go. So we'll see what happens. But Batista's saying that nothing's going on, and he's said publicly that this is like the last year that this can happen. He's not getting any younger, and WWE needs to shit or get off the pot.